This is All India Radio, the news, read by Rupinder Kaur Chawla. The filing of nominations for the first phase of Lok Sabha elections ends this evening. As many as 91 constituencies spread over 20 states and union territories will go to polls in this phase on the 11th of April. Elections will be held for all 25 Lok Sabha seats in Andhra Pradesh and 17 in Telangana in the first phase. Among other constituencies going to polls in this phase are 8 in Uttar Pradesh, 7 in Maharashtra, 5 each in Uttarakhand and Assam, 4 each in Bihar and Odisha, 2 each in Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and West Bengal, and 1 each in Chhattisgarh, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, Sikkim, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. In Uttar Pradesh, candidates from different political parties are filing their nominations today. Congress leader Sachin Chaudhary will contest from Amroha seat of Uttar Pradesh in place of Rashid Alvi. In Tamil Nadu, various candidates of major parties filed their nominations today. BJP State President Dr. Tamili Sai Sondara Rajan filed her papers in Tuticorin parliamentary constituency, where she faces DMK's Ms. Kanimoi Karunanidhi. Former Tamil Nadu Congress Committee Chief Su Thirunavu Karasar filed his papers in Tiruchirappalli. In Telangana, there is a rush for filing of nomination papers for Lok Sabha elections. Filing of nominations will also end this evening for all 175 assembly constituencies of Andhra Pradesh, all 32 assembly seats in Sikkim, and all 60 assembly constituencies in Arunachal Pradesh, besides 28 of the total 147 assembly segments in Odisha. The scrutiny of nominations will take place tomorrow. If voted to power, the Congress party will give 72,000 rupees annually as minimum income to 20% families belonging to poor section. The promise was made by Congress party President Rahul Gandhi while addressing the media after Congress Working Committee meeting in New Delhi today. He said 5 crore families will be benefited directly from this scheme. He said his party has consulted many economists on the scheme and studied fiscal implications of it. Mr. Gandhi claimed that it will be world's largest minimum income scheme. Mr. Gandhi said his party is committed for the upliftment of poor people. The Supreme Court today issued notice to the CBI on a plea seeking a direction to the probe agency to place the investigation report in the disproportionate assets case against Samajwadi Party patriarch Mulayam Singh Yadav and his sons SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav and Pratik Yadav. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi and Justice Deepak Gupta asked the CBI to file its response in 2 weeks with regard to the present status of investigation in the case. The bench was hearing a plea seeking a direction to the probe agency to apprise the court of the status of the case. 4 heavy-lift Chinook helicopters were inducted into the Indian Air Force fleet today. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa announced the induction at a ceremony held at the Air Force Base in Chandigarh. Speaking at the induction ceremony, Mr. Dhanoa said these helicopters are capable of heavy lifting in hilly areas. The Air Chief said the induction of Chinook will be a game changer, the same way Rafale is going to be in the fighter fleet. A multi-mission heavy lift transport helicopter Chinook will be used to move troops, artillery, ammunition, supplies and equipment on the battlefield. The Reserve Bank of India has appointed a 5-member committee under the chairmanship of Mr. Nandan Nilekani to further deepen digital payments and enhance financial inclusion through the financial technology in the country. This was stated by the RBI Governor Shaktikant Das at the FinTech conclave being organized by Niti Aayog in New Delhi today. He said the committee has been requested to give recommendations in 3 months. Mr. Das said, as a nation, India must move for universal financial inclusion. Our correspondent reports that nearly 300 representatives from across the financial space are participating in the conclave. President Ramnath Kovind has left on a 3-nation visit to Croatia, Bolivia and Chile. In the first leg of his visit, Mr. Kovind will reach Zagreb, the capital of Croatia, this evening. Secretary East in the External Affairs Ministry, Vijay Thakur Singh said, Mr. Kovind will meet his Croatian counterpart and the Prime Minister and discuss the issues of mutual interests. And that is the end of this news bulletin.